Perfect way to start a live stream by drinking. What's going on, everybody? I'm in the truck. It's Sunday, so that means Sunday live streams. I try to do these every week. It doesn't always happen, but this view is making me look like I have really big titties. I don't know why. It's odd. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, we'll see past that. Okay. To get away from that distracting point, we'll just point you further up so you can't see my massive, apparently, my massive titties. So, as the title says, I'm in Ohio, headed out for Minnesota, and I'm just finishing off my half-an-hour break here at the first service plaza once you get onto the Ohio Turnpike from Pennsylvania. So, without further ado, I'm going to switch the camera forward and we're going to get back rolling. And don't worry, this live stream won't be entirely boring because I do actually have stuff to talk about today. So, switch you guys to the outside view. You guys as straight on a look as possible. I think that's going to be good. Now the live stream may cut out. Don't worry, it'll come back on. At some point, if anybody is, well, nobody's watching yet, but if anybody does or watches it later on, don't worry, we'll be back. Oh shit, I didn't put myself on driving now, did I? Nope. That would have been, I would have just wasted a half hour. Alright, drive. Alright, now we're good. Now we cooking with chicken grease. Alright, but yeah, I'm expecting to lose signal. It more than likely will happen, so don't worry about it. Also, if my wife calls me, that may happen too, because I may or may not have told her I was going to call her back a little bit ago and did not, because I got too involved with my audiobook. Yeah, I listen to audiobooks while I drive, so yeah. Let's get on the road here. Come on. There we go. Sometimes it don't always like to come out of gear. It happens every once in a while. Now my phone damn it. Now my phone also may overheat. It is quite warm out today. It's, well, the truck is saying it's 91. I believe it's more like 85, 86. And the sun is very, very bright and very warm. So if my phone overheats, it's probably going to shut off. So if that happens, then I probably won't be back either. Great, we have the wonderful whistling windshield. That's not obnoxious. That hasn't happened in a very long time. And it's not windy today, so I don't understand why it's doing it. There it goes. And it's a little bit quieter. Not much. Trying to do different things to make it shut up, and it's just not shutting up. Let me see if I can put on defrost. Maybe that'll help. No. Well, no. Damn it. That sucks. Oh well. Anyway, so on my last live stream, you guys saw me pulling off at the end at that service plaza. That's where I'm going to again tonight, per happenstance. Isn't that funny? Hopefully there's going to be spots, because about 5.5 hours away, and it's already 5 o'clock, so I'm not going to get there until about 10:30. Well, I guess 9:30, because that's, at that point we'll be in Central Time. So, I'm hoping there's spots. It is Memorial Day weekend, so that's also kind of a good sign for me, because a lot of drivers have gone home, so there won't be near as many people. I mean, normally that service area that I just stopped at, that I just pulled out of, normally that has a ton of trucks headed. I normally don't get the chance to stop there, but I did today. At least not at this time. Like I said, it's 5 o'clock already, so. So I do actually have stuff to talk about today, which is awesome, which is great. I am going to try to speak up over the buzzing. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, I apologize. If it just sounds like I'm yelling at y'all, somebody let me know once somebody gets in here. But I'm going to continue talking for those who are going to show up later anyway. Or not necessarily show up later, but watch it later after it's uploaded. So, I don't remember if I talked about this yet or not. I know I've been trying to talk about it. I have started I've kind of started the process into getting my hazmat certification. I've got this next time I'm home, which will be next Tuesday. I gotta go and put in my application. I've already filled out the pre-application thingy to let them know, hey, I'm coming in here. So that's already started. I was supposed to do it this last time I was home. Completely forgot somehow, and my wife completely forgot, otherwise she would have reminded me. So it is what it is. Not that big a deal. I'll get it done next week. I will be trying to think. I don't know. I'm looking also into getting my TWIC card. I know that's a little bit more expensive than the hazmat, and that's also a little bit more time consuming, but hopefully it doesn't take forever. I apologize for the shakiness of the camera. These roads are ass. Hopefully it'll smooth out here in a bit. So, I don't know if I'm really going to need the TWIC card. I got to look at it, because this is all in process of me changing over to try to find a local job. Now, what I'm interested in at this moment is fuel hauling. I don't really want to do the whole delivery thing. I could do it, but it's not really what I want to do. Like delivering beverages or boxes or anything like that. Not really what I want to do. I've always kind of had an interest in fuel hauling, but never figured I'd really want to do it. Now I do, for a few reasons. For one, of course this varies company to company, but the pay normally is a little bit better, so that's a good incentive. Two, there's always going to be a demand for fuel haulers, even if the economy goes down the crapper and people aren't buying stuff. People still got to get gasoline, so I figure, you know, that's kind of a safety cushion there. Of course, I know somebody's going to say, oh, well, gasoline's going to be gone by 2020. You think gasoline's going to be gone in 2 years? You're nuts. 2025 then? No. We rely too much on the fossil fuels at this point to just make a complete switch. It's not going to happen. I don't believe it'll happen in my lifetime. If it does, then, you know, you can say I told you so, but I really don't think we will see a complete switch over to something else other than fossil fuels before I die. So there's kind of job security in that. Now, some companies do require you to have a TWIC card, others don't. And there's a few different companies that are hiring around Knoxville, so that works for me. I just got to look into them a little bit more and see what they truly want. Even a little bit more in depth than just looking at their job posting on stuff like Indeed.com. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably call them and ask them. I'll let them know, hey, you know, I'm in the process of getting my hazmat right now. I'm not gonna apply now, but I will hopefully once that comes through. You know, I'll be applying very soon after. Do you guys also require a TWIC card, and what are the other things you require? I know some companies require you to have tanker experience. Not all do. In fact, a couple of the ones that I've been looking at do not require tanker experience. They just require a year of driving experience. So that works for me. They do some of the companies that I was looking at, they provide all the PPE necessary. They provide you with everything for the truck that you need. So, you know, good stuff to know. I think it'll be a good field for me to get into, and having the hazmat itself, and if I get it or if I need it, the TWIC card will also broaden my horizons for something different in the future if I ever want to change. So those kind of things are, you know, it's kind of looking up in that way, in that aspect of it, but I just really need to get the thing rolling, because I am kind of getting tired of being out on the road all the time. I'm tired of being gone all the time, and I know my wife's tired of me being gone all the time. Although I know even working a local trucking job, it's still not a 9 to 5. I'm full well aware of that, but at least I get to sleep in my own bed every night, and you know, there is a potential for weekends, which is nice. I can't tell you when the last time it was where I had, let me think, the last time I had a job that, well, that was the job before this. That was when I was working at FedEx. That was the last job that I had that I was able to be home every night and home every weekend. And that was 2016. So it's almost been 2 years. It's been a little over a year and a half. Oh, look, say hi to the Ohio State Trooper. Hi, Popo. I ain't doing nothing wrong. You can't get me. God, those wheels are terrible. Oh, God, that was awful. Anyway, sorry, losing train of thought. This is why I'm glad nobody's watching this right now. Though, you know, people will be watching eventually, hopefully. But anyway, so yeah, it's been a little over a year and a half since I've had a normalized schedule. I won't say normal schedule, because even FedEx wasn't normal, but we'll call it a normalized schedule. So I do have to go figure out what I need to do to study for the hazmat exam, after I get my after I get cleared by the TSA. So that needs to be done. I don't know. I'm going to try Googling it. If I can't find anything there, I'll just go ahead and call the DMV and ask them if they have anything, or if they could send me something, or you know, if they have a website I can go to, because it's not on the Tennessee DMV website. I couldn't find it on the Knox County website, so I don't know. But we'll figure it out. So yeah, I'm actually really excited about it. The only thing I'm not excited about is obviously taking the exam, because my brain kind of melts while I'm trying to take tests. So I'm much better with hands-on stuff by far, but it's something I gotta do. So I'll just have to study my ass off. That's all I have to say. So I need to do that sooner than later, because I want to get as much studying done as possible. I'll take practice tests, and once I finally am cleared by the TSA, you know, as long as I'm ready, and if I start studying for it soon, I definitely will be, since it takes 6 weeks minimum, then I think I'll be all right. And I can do it literally as soon as I get cleared by the TSA, so that'll be nice. What else we got going on? I have other things to talk about, I promise, but I'm going to take a short break for a little bit from the talking. I don't want to wear out my precious vocal cords. Charge because the battery temperature is too high. That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna unplug it. That ain't good. Let me switch it to defrost, see if I can get a little bit of cooling action going on. Hopefully so. Like I said, we might have issues because the sun's so hot, and I don't want to bake my phone. I'll just unplug it for now and then let her cool down for a little bit, I guess. I don't want to stop the stream because I ain't nowhere near done with talking. Very smart, are they? Let's get the truck off and just sit here and then slow down. Why am I not surprised? These Subaru owners love doing that. I like getting right in front of me, which I know it doesn't look that close, but the dinger's dinging, so obviously it is. And then they like either just sitting there or slowing down. Now they might be getting off at this exit, but they could have left me a little bit more room than that. Alright, yeah, I figured. It's always the Subaru owners who do that. I don't know why. They're not the only ones, but repeat offenders. That's what we call it, repeat offenders. Traffic's been pretty good today. It was a little heavy on the turnpike, but all in all, not terrible. Which I'm really surprised by, considering, once again, it's Memorial Day weekend. Normally there's a lot more traffic than this, so I don't know if people are just deciding to stay home this year, or if they've already done their traveling. Maybe they were smart and did it early. I don't know. I mean, today is Sunday, so I'd imagine most of the people who were going somewhere have already traveled out. And I was in Atlanta on Friday, and Friday night, traffic going, normally on Fridays, you're backed up. If you're headed up 75 to go hit Atlanta, you're backed up all the way to Forsyth normally by about 4 o'clock. I think that's what it is, Forsyth. And then, you know, you're just stuck in traffic until you get all the way out of Atlanta. Well, I didn't hit any traffic until I got, so from 75, it was, you know, your typical during the day traffic, which is weird because it was 6 o'clock, and normally rush hour don't end until 7 or 8 on Friday. So traffic was good. I mean, there was regular volume, but it wasn't heavy. We weren't slamming on the brakes every 5 minutes. We were actually maintaining a good speed. All the way from 75 up around 285, and then it didn't get heavy until I hit 85 and started heading north. I don't know what that was all about, but I'm assuming that people did their traveling early Friday morning. So that's, I'm guessing that's what it is. I'm kind of worried about traffic tomorrow, though. Traffic's gonna be crap tomorrow, and I have to head through. Chicago tomorrow, so that's gonna suck. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Not too worried. I got plenty of time to get to where I'm going. I don't have to be there till Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. So we got plenty of time on our hands. Keep saying we. I guess I'm talking about you guys and me. Hey, look, Mike. It's Lordstown, home of the Chevy Cruze. Did you see it? I don't know if you're going to watch this. You are. Hi, Mike. Oh. I think we're getting some stutters going on here. I don't know why, but it seems like the video's stuttering. I'm not paying too much attention to the camera, but it seems like we're getting a little stuttery every once in a while. It's alright though. Might just be my phone getting hot. Yeah, it's quite warm. Glad I plugged it in, it's charging again, so we should. Could be by connection too. I keep getting the very connection thing flashing on the screen. So, something new that I'm fixing to get into here soon. Looking at going into GMRS radio. Also, again, I might. Hang on, let me see if I can remember what it stands for. Ground Mobile. Something service. I don't know what the R is. I think it's Ground Mobile something service. I don't know. I don't remember what the R is. Radio. Ground Mobile Radio Service. I'm smart. Essentially, it's a step above CB. It's on the UHF frequency. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. UHF band. Yeah, that'll work. And the range and the quality of the communication is much better compared to CB. CB, you don't really get a good range unless, you know, you got the thing cranked up with amplifiers and crazy illegal shit. Illegal as far as the FCC is concerned anyway. So that's what I'm kind of looking to start out on soon. I already talked to my wife about it. She's cool with getting me. She's cool with me getting the GMRS license, so that'll be happening soon. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna put one in here just because I don't even know where I would mount the antenna. In truth, I could take one of the CB antennas off and mount a UHF antenna there. That's always possible. But the problem with that is I don't know how it's run. I don't know if there's actually a coax splitter up top in the top panel. I'd have to pull it apart to look at it. But I don't know, it might be too complicated for me to try to figure all that out. If it's not, I might go ahead and do it. But if it's not worth my while, then I won't. Like I said, you do need a license for it. It's like 75 bucks, I think, and it lasts 10 years, which is pretty cool. I don't know what that is compared to a regular amateur radio license, because I do not have one. Will I get one eventually? Sure. I will go to, you know, eventually I want to get into the whole ham radio stuff, but right now I don't have the time or money. GMRS is a little bit cheaper to get into, and I don't know, it's just kind of a, I guess, a stepping stone almost. Main reason why I want to do it is better, I think, just because of the better reception over CB, because a lot of times when we go out wheeling, which we haven't done since we've moved, but consistently we're plagued with problems with radios. Either someone's radio, someone meaning Tim, Tim's radio not working. Hi, Tim. For whatever reason, whether it's a ground issue, I don't know. I don't even know if he fixed that or not. Or range issues. I mean, I've had my fair share of problems with CBs just flat out not working, and there really being no reason why. Everything's set up perfectly, but the damn thing just won't either transmit or receive. And I mean, I've kind of had some time to tweak things and kind of figure it out, but for the most part, not really. The other nice thing about GMRS is the radios are smaller for the most part. They're normally smaller than a CB, and in fact, most of them are handhelds, which I'm not going with. Handhelds are okay, but 9 times out of 10, you're only putting out 3 or 4 watts, which is, you know, a CB will put out 4 watts. So, I mean, for a handheld, it's good, but for me, I'd rather have a decently powered radio. Now, I've been looking at Midland. They have 3 of them that are regular radio style. One of them is a 5 watt, which pass. One of them is a 15 watt, which I've been considering, and the other one's a 40 watt. Now, the 5 watts, $100. The 15 watts, $150, and the 40 watt is $200. So I think I'm gonna go with the 40 watt, just for simplicity's sake. Plus, who doesn't want more power, right? Just because that will honestly give me the best power. And as far as radios go, the more power, the more range. So I'm probably gonna do a 40 watt in the Jeep. Once we get a house, I am gonna build a base station, and that will have a 40 watt in it more than likely. I'll probably put one in the wife's car too, just because they're so small. I mean, even the antennas are a lot smaller than CB, and they're pretty inconspicuous. You can get away with running a decently small wire, or not wire, but antenna, and still have good range. I don't know what that was. It was some kind of notification. That's my dinger dinging. But you can get away with running a decently small antenna and still get great range out of it. So I know for her car, she probably wanted a little bit more inconspicuous. So for hers, the 15 watt obviously is smaller than the 40 watt. So I think that'd be a little bit better of an option. And since we're at some point getting rid of the Camry, and we're going to get her a Jeep, probably either a Liberty, and first gen Liberty, not the newer ones. So a KJ, if y'all understand, or Grand Cherokee. So I don't know what we're going to get her yet. It's going to be one of those two. But the nice thing about the license is I can get the license and she can use it. So it's kind of reciprocal around your immediate family. So I think that'll be better for, you know, if we ever have to do something where we have two cars and she doesn't, you know, she doesn't have to worry about messing around with a cell phone all the time, or if she's running GPS, losing her GPS because she answered her phone, then having to pull over and fix all that. And honestly, using radios is just a lot more simpler than trying to juggle a cell phone while you're driving, honestly. All you have to mess with is the microphone. And they sell Bluetooth microphones and Bluetooth compatible radios. Now, I don't know if they sell them for the GMRS. I know they have them for CB, which is kind of cool. I don't use it. I think that's stupid. Well, it would be stupid for my purposes because I would just lose the damn headset. Plus, normally I have my regular Bluetooth hooked up, and juggling the two between phone calls and CB would just mess with my head. So I wouldn't be doing that. But for other people it works, I guess. So also I'm going to see if my parents are going to get into it. I want to try to get them into it. That way, you know, when they come down to visit, or we go up to visit, and we decide to go wheeling, which is more than likely going to happen, we'll both have a reliable radio system. And the nice thing about these little radios that Midland has is the fact that they're very portable. Even a standard GMRS antenna, if you got a mag mount, that thing's perfectly portable. Now, I don't know if my parents would be able to do a mag mount on their Jeep. Same problem with me, there's just not enough room on the cowl or on the hood. And I think their cowl might even be plastic, I'm not sure. So, we probably have to do some kind of lip mounting system to mount it to the side of the hood. And they sell ones that are
removable, where you don't have to drill any holes or anything. So probably do that if I can get him into it. I'd also like to get Tim into it. That way, you know, whenever we get the chance to go wheeling, whenever that may be, he won't have any radio issues anymore. Because I know he's been having issues with his. Like I said, I don't know if he cleared them up or not. I think it was an antenna grounding issue, but I'm not entirely sure.